From the moment he was born, he stood at the top of the world. His father was the first man to use the power of God, known as the Original Awakener. His magic system rating was as high as 97%, but Zai Xuan ultimately chose to become a combat awakener, only because people thought poorly of the magic system at the time. Now, as a combat awakener, he can only watch magic awakeners being celebrated on TV. It's worth noting that an awakener's growth generally stops at age 20. It's too late for Zai Xuan to make changes now. The only job he can do now is to serve as a human shield in combat teams. That inexplicable passion he once had for the combat system has long disappeared with the blows of reality. Fortunately, unexpected treasures can occasionally be found in dungeons. Although these treasures might bring fatal dangers to awakeners, they are also the hope that keeps low-level awakeners alive. Everyone, please note that we'll be entering in 10 minutes. Zai Xuan has a habit. Before entering each dungeon, he takes out his phone to look at a photo of himself and his mother. After all, once inside the dungeon, no one knows if they'll make it out alive. However, this dungeon seems quite simple. Their opponents are zombies without powerful skills. All Zai Xuan needs to do is hold his position firmly with his shield, as dazzling spells flash by. The zombies in front of them are easily eliminated. The participants in this dungeon are from the Meteor Guild, which, though recently established, has already become famous. At this rate, Zai Xuan thinks he should be able to make it out alive. Soon, only the final boss zombie remains. During the break, Zai Xuan wants to check his gains so far. At this moment, the system panel shows scrambled code for the first time. This is followed by an excruciating pain. It turns out that the Acer system, on which humans rely for survival, has crashed. In his daze, Zai Xuan hears someone telling him to follow the light. At this moment, the Acer system keeps sending notifications. It turns out that the Acer system has been infiltrated by an unknown alien. Zai Xuan wonders if the alien is the voice he heard. When he looks back, he discovers many light spots have mysteriously appeared around him. And besides him, no one else can see these anomalies. These light spots seem to exist only for Zai Xuan. So, Zai Xuan decides to follow the light spots to investigate. Along the way, he tries countless times to activate the Acer system, but unfortunately, the Acer system remains paralyzed. This kind of thing has never happened in the past 17 years. Years ago, a giant tree suddenly grew from the Pacific Ocean. In just days, it grew to obscure the sky. That tree was the World Tree from mythology. On the Thay, after the tree's completion, monsters began to appear worldwide, bringing unprecedented disaster to humanity. Half of the world's population lost their lives. Then another half of the survivors died from famine and disease. It was at this time that the Acer system appeared, granting people divine power to become awakeners. This allowed human civilization to survive. The Acer system, upon which humanity relies for survival, suddenly crashes. A mysterious voice tells Zai Xuan to follow the light spots. At the end of these light spots is an ancient door. Zai Xuan guesses this might be the legendary treasure door, rumored to appear only in high-level dungeons. Behind it lies a room filled with countless treasures. For Zai Xuan, this is the only chance to change his life. With an anxious heart, he pushes open the door. But there are no countless treasures as rumored. The only thing in the room is a sphere placed in the center. Zai Xuan naturally doesn't want to miss this opportunity to change his fate. Without a moment's hesitation, he reaches for the sphere. The moment Zai Xuan touches the sphere, the Acer system is repaired. It turns out to be a mythical artifact, Odin's Lost Eye. It can not only break down and destroy magic's computational structure, but also easily copy